'cause the muscles in my ribcage ache. I'm not supposed to say, but I wonder if a ribcage can break. Maybe I'll figure out something so I don't break or lose my sight. And maybe I'll try to fix those things you see. I'm no good in black and white. So here's my letter, here's my goodbye, here's the sorry that I never gave you. Here's to better, here's to alright, here's to learning how to live without you. Here's to learning how to live without. And will I ever feel the same? Will the colors in my mind learn to change? I don't need them to stay, but I wonder if they'll ever fade away. And maybe I'll figure out something so you don't flood my mind. And maybe I'll try to fix those things you see. I'm no good in black and white. So here's my letter, here's my goodbye, here's the sorry that I never gave you. Here's to better, here's to alright, here's to learning how to live without you. Here's to learning how to live without a blue. Maybe I'll figure out something so I don't lose my mind. Maybe I'll try to fix those things you see. But I'm no good in black and white. So here's my letter, here's my goodbye, here's the sorry that I never gave you. Here's to better, here's to alright, here's to learning how to live without you. Here's to learning how to live without a blue. Here's to learning how to live without And every time I close my eyes, I only remember the time when I told you to go before I close my door just to cry. If I could fly, think I'd fly back home. If I tried, wonder where I'd go. All the places I could be, I'd wrap them in a bow. If I tried, I'd call that home. Ooh, try start falling. I thought I'd be more certain. Can't say my mind's not turning. Some days, some days. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. If I knew how to draw a river, I would try, and I write it. All the oceans I could be, I'd paint them as I swim. If I tried, I'd dive right in. Ooh, try to remember what I'm dreaming. Ooh, the things that I could see. Ooh, I know it's hard to leave. If you want to know my secret is, wait, what's calling? Waves start falling. I thought I'd be more certain. Can't say my mind's not turning. Some days, some days. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, was calling. Da, da, start falling. I thought I'd be more certain. Can't say my mind's not turning. Some days, some days. I thought I'd be more certain. Can't say my mind's not turning. Some days, some days. If I could fly, think I'd fly back home. If I tried, I know where to go. All the places I could be, I'd wrap them in a bow. If I tried, I'd call that home.
Hey guys, I'm Grant Owens. Welcome to another We Found Music interview. Today we're joined by Anderson Rocio.
Hi.
Hello,
Good to be
my
here.
friend. Yeah. It's been a pleasure to get to know you.
Likewise.
Why don't you just tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and how long you've been doing music?
All right. I'm from a little bit of everywhere. I'm kind of mixed up. I have an American mom and a Spanish dad, but I was born in Italy and then moved to England for a while, and then my parents kind of left everything. We bought a boat in Florida and sailed from Florida to New Zealand for 4 years, and we ended up in New Zealand for the last 10, and then I bought a one-way ticket to LA in 2017. Yeah.
And that's why I asked you
That's
that.
why the accents.
Quite a remarkable journey.
Yeah. But music's always been there. I've been on my piano since I was about 6.
Oh, really?
And then, even on the boat, we had a portable piano that we stashed. And then I did a classical piano performance degree at university before deciding. Well, I decided a long time ago that wasn't my thing. But songwriting was where my heart was. Yeah, and LA is the place for it. So.
You're still able to
Just
utilize
jump.
those skills with the
That's
piano
true.
playing.
Yeah, they do come in handy.
Got to write with something, you know?
That's right.
So what did you play for us today?
2 songs. So Blue, the first song, was my last single from my last EP that came out in August last year. It's one of my favorites. I like it.
Okay.
And then the second one was my most recent single that came out called Some Days. That came out last month.
Some Days.
Yeah, Some Days.
So that's out now. Time to
It
go
is.
stream that now, folks.
Officially yours.
And that just came out on June 2nd. Now, you had some cool success during kind of during the COVID time,
Yeah.
but just after it. So you had like a sync placement, and it was on a Netflix show.
That's
So
right.
tell us about that, and then how that kind of built to a bit of a tour.
Right. I got really lucky. It was a perfect storm. I just when COVID hit and the whole world went into lockdown, I thought, well, I guess we're not doing music for a little while.
Right.
But it happened that one of my songs that I had written just off the cuff one day ended up in a Netflix show called Lucifer. And it was the only show that was kind of premiering their new season. And it went to #1, the show, for about 6 weeks in the world. And my little song was on it. So that jumped overnight and put me kind of on the map. Yeah, and New Zealand was the only place in the world that you could still do shows and tour. So about fast forward a couple of months.
Right, because they had it under control.
Yes.
I remember.
They figured out the beginning of it. Yeah.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah. No, but they did a really good job, and it allowed us to be able to play shows. And I signed to a New Zealand management there, who were at the time managing this kind of royalty group for New Zealand called Solomio. Okay. And they called me up and said, "You'll be on tour in 3 weeks. You better get ready." Yeah. So that's what I did. So it was 12 shows over 9 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was great. I loved it.
I'm sure. Well, we've had the pleasure of having you live at Black Rose for the We Found New Music. So I think you really love performing.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that's something you want to really focus on. And continuing to release music. So what do you have coming up? You have a track called Mood Swings, acoustic?
Yeah, acoustic track called Mood Swings. That should be out in the next few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't quite figured a date yet, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also have an EP on the way?
EP on the way. It's all kind of working towards the end of the year, where we're going to put everything that I've done with this producer and co-writer that I've been with for a little while, put it all in one thing, and then have it out.
And you've kind of become friends with some great writers and artists in town. I've seen them at your show. Some really great people.
Yeah, I've been really lucky. Just kind of fell into the right group of people, and it's all about that chemistry in the writing room, I guess, and having a lot more fun with it this year than sitting behind my piano writing about my feelings. Now it's kind of just fun and enjoying each other's company, and it puts us up on stage, which is
absolutely
fun. Your stage after that.
Right. I'm happy that we are part of the story, and we're of course going to have you again on the stage with Kate the Dreamer,
that's right,
your other friend,
my favorite person,
who just is going on a tour with Friendship right now.
That's right.
So we're so happy for her. We're having her in a couple weeks.
That's right.
So we're promoting, we're getting ready for your show.
She just had a single release last night. Just going to plug her there.
Just see, I'm behind.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to perform for us.
Thank you for having me.
You're always welcome. And again, the single Same Days coming out June 2nd. If this is out now, go stream it.
That's right.
EP on the way. Lots of exciting stuff. I'm sure you have huge goals for the future.
Yeah, coming, hopefully. Next year I want to just be on stages next year and lean into it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, thank you so much, Anderson Rocio, for joining us on We Found New Music.
See ya. Thank you.